Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Mountain Dairy Virtual Chat. I am Brittany with Discover Dairy, and today is going to be so much fun. We've got Farmer Stacey on standby. We can see all those questions and all of you checking in on the chat already. And we have two of the cutest calves, Muska and Samantha, waiting for their close ups. This event is part of the Adopt a Cow program. More than 48,000 classes and 2.1 million students all participated in this program for free. Thank you to our incredible supporters at the New England Dairy and the Dairy Excellence Foundation. And I know many of you are already excited for next year's program. So go ahead and mark your calendars because enrollment will open on May 1st. You can go to discoverdairy.com/adopt once enrollment opens up and you can get yourself re-signed up. And we welcome you to have some friends join you this next year too. And because it is live, we want to hear from you. Go ahead and drop your questions and comments and check ins in that chat with us. We want to fill that chat with all kinds of energy. Speaking of that chat, let's see who's all joining us today. So let's check it out. All right. We've got room 121 saying hello and thanks for inviting us and good morning. So hello and good morning. Thanks for joining us all. We have some third graders from Monroe Elementary School. Hi, thank you so much for joining us, third graders. We're excited to have you. How about we have some kindergartners from Northeast in Sanford. Hello and welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. How about good morning from Newfield School? Can't wait to see Samantha. I know we're excited to see Samantha too. So thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to have you. How about Miss Siska's class in Connecticut? Hello and welcome. They're here for Samantha too. We have, I just want, here we go. Hello from Danbury, Connecticut, from the Western CT Academy International Studies. So we're excited to have you. Hello, and we'll try to come back to your question later. Let's see, we've got Wells Road third graders. Hello and welcome. Good morning. Thanks for coming on, third graders. We have the 2L team here. Hello and welcome, second graders. Let's see, and we'll do one or two more. We've got room 9 from Goodwin, who's saying hello, and here they're here from Muska. Hello, got some Muska love going on too. And we've got Mrs. Mandeville's fourth graders from Breakthrough Magnet School in Hartford. Hello and good morning, fourth graders. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are excited to get started and to meet your calves, and of course, get to meet Farmer Stacey. Speaking of Farmer Stacey, I'm excited to introduce you to her. Hey, Farmer Stacey, how are you doing today?
Good morning, Brittany. It's so nice to see you all today, and we're glad you're here at Mountain Dairy to meet with Samantha and Muska.
Yeah, oh, we are thrilled to be here. It looks like the sun is shining and our weather is cooperating for us, so that's exciting. Farmer Stacy, we would love for you to go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit. You can, let us know who you are, your role on the farm, and just give us an overview of who is Mountain Dairy.
Yeah, so Mountain Dairy is a dairy farm in Mansfield, Connecticut. So we're really close to Eastern Connecticut State University and the University of Connecticut and the northeastern part of the state. And I heard we have some of you from the western side of the state with us this morning. It's so great for us to see you. We have about 1,000 acres right here on our farm, and all of our cows are raised right here at Mountain Dairy. So we do our hay and our corn to feed the cows. And then in
Wow.
addition to milking our cows, we have a bottling plant and we bottle our milk right here. I was in the plant this morning and the guys were making chocolate milk to send out to the
Ooh.
grocery stores and convenience stores near you. We also have an ice cream place where we make the ice cream right on site and then people can come and get ice cream. So all of that
Oh,
is right here in Mansfield, and I'm part of the 10th generation of my family. It is a family farm and I've got
wow.
uncles and cousins here as well, as my own family is involved. So we've got a lot of us, and it's a fun
Yeah.
way of life and something we really enjoy.
Yeah, so 10th generation, that is incredible. Has the processing on farm and ice cream and everything been part of this farm for years, or is this a new adventure for you all?
So we've been selling milk. We started with a horse and wagon, actually.
Wow.
We're really close to Willimantic, and I don't know if our Wyndham Middle School is on this morning, but we can see them from our hill and they can see us from their hill. So we started by peddling milk with a horse and buggy. Well, not me. My great 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 grandfather, to the neighbors and the people around here back in 1871. So we've always been processing our milk. It's just the milk from our cows, and it goes out to the communities. Basically, we're in about 2/3 of the state. You can get our milk anything from Route 8 east. Um,
Oh,
so we've got milk all over Connecticut. And then the ice cream is new. We just started that last October, but we've been talking about it for a long time, and we all love ice cream. We're a big ice cream family, so it was something that we really wanted
yum.
to do, and we're really excited about it.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that, right? Part of that connecting with the community and providing the product locally has been part of that heritage, but able to step into something new. And I mean, you can't go wrong with ice cream. I'm always looking for new local creameries to come up. And so I appreciate your family diving into that adventure. Hopefully someday I'll make it up to your creamery and I'll get to try it because the pictures you post on social media look very good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, there's a lot of good ones down there near you too. So there's lots of great ice cream places.
That's awesome. So, what is your particular role at the dairy? I know you just said you were right help in the processing this morning, but what does like your typical day look like as Farmer Stacy?
Yeah, so right now I spend a lot of time at our creamery. So that's really a lot of my role when I was young, in high school or younger in high school and college. I fed calves, and then I was assistant herdsman for a couple years, and now I'm more on the office and the operations side. We do a lot of special projects. The creamery is my big focus right now, and working on
Okay.
that. So we're over there every day. We've got 6 calves over there right now, and so those rotate through their littler ones. They're just about 3 months old, and they're available for people to come see. So I was at the creamery to start this morning, then I was up in our business office, and now I'm here with you guys. So every day's a little bit different on the farm, and depending on the season, we have different things going on too. In addition
Yeah.
to bottling milk this morning, we've got a couple of our guys that'll be making ice cream in a little while, so we're going to have to go over
Yum.
and see how that's going too.
Yeah. Goodness, it sounds like you've done a lot already, and it's only 9:30 this morning. That sounds like a very busy day for you, but certainly are thankful for that, and be able to enjoy all those delicious products and all that hard work that you put into your farm and your animals and your products. So thank you for that. So remind us how many cows Mountain Dairy milks, and then maybe like total number of cows on the farm.
Yeah, so right now we're milking about 470 cows. That number fluctuates a little bit because the thing with cows is they get 2 months of vacation every year. We call it when
Mm.
they're a dry cow, and that's when they stop milking. They just get to rest. And oh, Musco's taking a nap, and she's about to get ready to come back and join us. So they get a little bit of a break for 2 months. So and then we have all of our young calves, and they're just growing and maturing. So these ones are heifers, are babies. They don't have to
Mhm.
do anything except eat and sleep and play. um, these girls have been playing a
That's the
lot this
life.
morning. Now that we've had nap time, they might be getting excited again to have some time with you all. So probably about 700 cows total. So the 470 that we're milking, and then we've got our dry cows, the moms that are on vacation, and then we've got
Mhm.
all of our young stock.
Wow, incredible. And I just wanted to take note of that. So, right, they go dry before they have their baby. And I just think it's interesting that cows get their maternity leave for 2 months before they have their baby. And as
Yeah.
humans, we get our maternity time after we have our baby. So it's just, I think it's an interesting perspective and connection between cows and humans. But after they have their baby, they recover much quicker than we do, I think, I would say. So,
They seem to, yeah. They're back
yeah,
up on their feet a lot faster
yeah,
than humans are.
sure, absolutely. All right, so we have a lot of people joining us on this chat. They are so excited to see Miska and Samantha. So, if we can, Farmer Stacy, let's get an update on how they're doing and check them out. Hopefully, they're gonna
Yeah.
cooperate with us here and not attack the camera
I,
person.
I think they will. So let's start with Muska. And as you guys know, Muska was born on September 17th. Her mom, Molly, is still here on the farm too. And Molly is going to have another baby pretty soon. We can
Oh,
be looking forward to having another sister for her. Her best friend
yeah.
Miska, who some of you guys remember, is still down there. She's not with us today. She's very jealous that we didn't put her in here with Muska and Samantha, but Miska's still here too, and they're usually in the same pen.
Nice.
And then Muska is now 48 inches and 426 pounds. So she's grown a lot since you guys met her back in
Wow.
September.
Oh my goodness. That is she is getting huge because I know when she was born, so let's see. Muska was 31
Sep-
inches and 85 pounds. Sorry, Samantha, yeah. Um so yeah, well they both were 31 inches and 75, 85 pounds. So they have grown so much in their first 7 to 8 months of life.
Yeah,
Goodness.
they've stayed pretty consistent height-wise, but Muska continues to outweigh Samantha just by a little bit, and she's not afraid to use her muscle to get into the feed bunk a little bit faster. But I guess that's why she weighs a little bit more. And they're
Aw.
interestingly enough, I think you guys remember me saying at the beginning that Muska was really shy. Muska's not so shy anymore. But
Hmm.
Samantha's become shyer. I think hanging out with Miska, Samantha learned, or Muska learned, like, oh yeah, I don't need to be shy. And Samantha is, she's gotten a little shyer as the time goes on, and she's like, I don't need to be the center of attention all the time. But
Right.
she's enjoying her silage this morning. We're up here in the littler pen. I think you guys can see some of the littler calves next to her, but we thought this would be a little bit better for the live chat because, with the sun and everything, it's a very nice day here in Connecticut, which we
Aw.
appreciate because it's been cold. But hi,
Sure.
Sam.
Yeah. It certainly is nice. Hi, Sam. So it's interesting how the personalities have kind of flip-flopped, right? I feel like maybe Samantha is being your typical teenager, right? Maybe they're fun and outgoing as a kid, and then they hit those teen years, and they're like, "I'd like my own space, Farmer Stacey." And
Yeah,
so,
she's been coming over this morning and she's been wanting more attention. Hi,
good.
and Muska, you're just itchy, huh? She's wanted more attention today than she has in a while. So I think she knew you guys were coming and that
Aw,
she was going to get to see her friends again. Hi,
I love
Muska.
that.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
girls are
goodness.
good.
So you mentioned that she was chowing down on some silage. Can you just talk a little bit about what are they eating right now, and do you have any idea how much they eat in a day?
Yeah, well, right now they're eating my pants and my boots, but that's very normal too. Yeah, and Muska is so itchy. So Muska is very itchy. We have brushes and stuff, but
Mhm.
they also just enjoy itching on me as long as you don't push too hard because you weigh more. So they eat silage, and we do a corn silage. So we grow the corn right here on our farm in the fields. Oh, sorry, Sam. You're okay. Don't be shy. So we grow the corn right here on the fields, and then we chop it up and we store it in big piles so that during the winter and when we don't have grass for them, they have plenty to eat. We also do hay. And so that silage just has the nutrients they need to grow and get bigger and bigger. Um, so it's we also mix a little bit of grain into it. It's what we call a TMR, a total. Hi, you're going to knock me down. Be gentle. It's what we call a total mixed ration. And so that is just, it gives them the right balance of protein and everything. If anybody's mom or dad or grandparents, oh, you knocked my phone out. Good job. Tell them that, yeah, tell them that they need to eat their protein and everything. We do the same thing with our girls. So we do a total
Mhm.
mixed ration, which is that's what
Ah.
she was eating. Samantha was eating a minute ago. Muska, be gentle. Muska is playing with Sam. Do you want some? Here, why don't you eat something? There you go. I know, you're such a busy girl. You're so busy. Are you
Oh,
hungry?
clearly they
Yeah.
like their food that they're given. They are
Yes.
chowing down. So any idea how much they eat of that in a day?
Oh, so a grown cow can eat about 30 to 50 pounds of or of 100 pounds a day. So these guys are probably eating about, I know, so itchy, about 30 to 50 pounds a day, depending on, they eat a little bit less as they get bigger. And it really depends on how much protein we've got in it and what we're feeding them, how much they need. Kind of like when you're eating, if you eat a lot of bread and stuff, you're going to need to eat more versus if you're eating your protein, you don't need
Sure.
quite as much.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Samantha
absolutely.
loves Amanda too.
Oh man, getting all kinds of scratches and love. I would say, right, especially when they're adopted calves, cow calves, they get a little extra love and attention because we're taking pictures and seeing them all year. So they probably get a little extra friendly compared to the rest of them, I would say.
I may have spoiled them just a little bit. They were also at the creamery for quite a while and got to visit a lot of gentle, gentle. Got to visit a lot of their friends at the creamery. So they really
Oh,
enjoyed seeing everybody that was able to come visit them. And if you weren't, that's okay too, because they love seeing you on video and having you follow. No, and they love seeing you follow them around.
aw, I love that. So actually, you mentioned the creamery. Some folks were curious or asking questions like, can we visit the farm or can we see the cows or like how can we like touch base? So do you want to just talk about? It sounds like you have the creamery that people can come to, right?
Yes, so the creamery is at 483 Browns Road in Mansfield, and it is open Wednesday through Sunday from 11 to 8. And we have 6 calves over there right now. Um,
Oh.
that you can see. Their names are there along with some cow facts. And anytime the creamery is open, you can go and see the calves as well.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I love that. Thank you, Farmer Stacy, for providing kind of a cute little mini farm, I guess, up with the creamery,
Okay.
so that way we can see some cows while we get some ice cream. That sounds delicious. Awesome. All right. So some questions here from our Stacey from some very excited students and teachers on our call today. So first of all, this one's specifically about Samantha, but it's for both of them really. They both have it. We're curious about the number on their tag and just their tag in general. So what's the purpose of an ear tag? And why the number that's on there?
So, while our cows have names, we keep track of them in a computer database, and they all have a number. So that's how we know who they are. We can look them up really fast in the computer that way. You can see Samantha's numbers right here now. And
Mhm.
that tells us when they were born, who their mom is, who their dad is, when their veterinary care happens, what vaccines they've had, because we don't want them to get sick. And then
Mhm.
we also have a hoof trimmer that comes. And so we record when they've had their hoof trimming. Once our girls grow up, so their moms with their tags have in their records, you can look up Molly or Sierra, our girls' moms, and you can see
Hmm.
when when their other calves were born, who the sisters are for the calves. I know, well, you were an only child for a while, but not for long. So all of that is in the computer system so that we can keep track of them. And when we do the tagging, they do that when they're young, and it's kind of like getting your ears pierced. If any of the girls or
Oh, mhm.
anybody has their ears pierced, it's sort of the
Sure.
same thing. So,
Hmm.
Muska,
So it's just, yeah, it's quick and then they have it for their whole life. It's kind of like a set of earrings that they've
you
got.
need a
Very cool.
brushing.
But it definitely sounds like there's a lot of purpose behind it, right? This is how
Yes.
you manage and keep track of them and are able to make sure that each cow is getting what they're needing to get. Muska is really
Muska's very itchy this
causing
morning.
some
I
joys.
think we should have had a bath.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, we talked about your morning and your day, but someone was curious, just how early do you get up, Farmer Stacy, to get ready and do all your work that you need to do?
So I get up about 5, but we have people here basically all day and most of the night. So they start feeding cows at 12:30. So that's a really early day
Wow.
for those guys, 12:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So that they can be out of the way. We start milking cows at about 3 a.m. And then the bottling plant where we do the milk, that starts at about 4 a.m. And then the guys are usually, or whoever's working and the cows is usually finishing around 8 o'clock at night.
Wow. Yep. It sounds like it's pretty much round the clock, 24/7 that there's someone on the farm. How many employees and people work on the farm?
We have about 25 employees on the farm, and then we have a couple of part-time seasonal people as well, just because, um, when we're harvesting corn or some of those other activities take a couple more people, but we also contract out with some other farms to help with that.
Cool. That's neat that you can, right, work with other farms in the community and you guys lean on each other and really help each other be productive and profitable and successful. So that's
Yeah,
incredible.
farming's a good community.
Yeah. Awesome. Interesting. I'm not sure if you know this. Maybe you can describe it in miles or quarter miles, or someone's just curious how, like, in length, like how big or how wide is the farm? I think you might have mentioned acres, but trying to put it in perspective of something that we maybe can understand.
Yeah. Oh gosh. 1,000 acres. That's a hard thing to. Hmm. I don't know. I would like to say do it by football fields or something, but I don't know the best way to equate that
Right.
out. I might have to think about that one a little bit more.
That's all right. We can always come back to that. I thought that was an interesting one. So we'll see.
That's a
Well,
very
maybe,
good question.
and maybe some folks on here, right? Maybe we can try and do some math, find out how many acres if you were put them like lengthwise, like how long would that be? I know it depends on, what's your field, what are your fields shaped like and stuff. But see if anyone can do some Googling and do some math and see if they could figure some ideas out for us. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
bonus points to who can figure it out for me and tell us in the
Right?
chat.
Exactly. Let's see. So we had a question about do you only get milk from adult cows or can you get milk from calves as well? Mm.
Yeah, no, the milk is only from the adult calves, or the adult cows. Oh, I guess I need more coffee this morning. Yeah, so just the adult cows make milk. So when they're babies, they eat milk, and your cow makes about seven to Samantha, be nice. It makes about 7 to 9 gallons of milk a day, which is a little too much for a baby to eat. So that's why we milk the cows, and then the calves get their milk for about 2 months, and then they move over to grain, which Amanda's been giving. Moose get some grain, they get some hay, and then when they get a little bit bigger, then they move on to their silage, their total mixed ration from there.
Cool. So I mean, it sounds very similar to human babies, right? Like we have mom's milk for the first couple of months, or even past a year or so, and then as our stomachs develop and our body develops, we start adding more complex foods. So same thing for our girls here.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Let's see. I'm trying to find some questions. Oh, so we're curious. Do you happen to know when the next sibling will be born for either one of them? I think you mentioned that they're pregnant, but didn't know if you knew when they were due.
Yeah, so that should stay right about September.
Okay.
The dates may vary a little bit, but it should be around the same time. So it should be the moms should have a baby just about every year, when you look in and account factor in their vacations as well. So we're expecting these girls to have sisters or brothers sometime in September or October.
Okay. Cool. That's
Oh, it
exciting.
might be
So
snack time
about
too.
so about once a year then it sounds like they have a baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the
Cool.
moms are pregnant for 9 months, similar to humans, or the same
Okay.
as humans, I guess I should say.
Yeah, yeah. So when they have their calf, then the cow is obviously producing milk or continues producing milk, as she's already had a calf before. They are milked. Can you describe that milking process a little bit for us and what that's like?
Yeah, so our cows live in what we call freestall barns, similar to what we're in right now. It's exactly the same, just for the big
Hmm,
cows. So
okay.
they're in a pen and they have stalls with mattresses and sawdust. This is the water tank right here in the middle that you see, and then they've been eating the grain and the silage like you've seen. So the cows are in a similar or the same setup, just bigger stalls because they're bigger girls, and they can go wherever they want. And so twice a day, for most of our cows, we have one group that we milk 3 times a day. We go up and we get them out of their pen and we bring them down to the milking parlor. There's a holding pen in the back, and then we have 11 stalls on each side of the parlor. So it's what we call a double 11. And the cows come in and they get milked. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes to milk a cow. So what we start with is first we clean and sanitize their udder, and then we have machines that are placed on the udder. The milk comes out. It goes into stainless steel pipes, and then we put it into our tank room where it's refrigerated. It's cooled down right away because the cow's body temperature is even a little bit warmer than ours. So they're
Hmm.
around 101 degrees. So we have to cool it
Wow.
down really fast. And then in our case, we bottle milk every morning, Monday through Friday, except for Wednesday. That's a maintenance day. So
Mm-hmm.
it might even get bottled that day, or it's getting bottled, really quickly on our farm. And then once
Wow.
the cows are finished, we open a gate at the front of whichever side they're on,
Hmm.
and then they go back out to their barn. And
Wow.
so they get to the rest of the day, they spend about half an hour a day just drinking water.
Oh
They
my
spend a lot
goodness.
of time eating. They really like to eat, and then they spend a lot of time just relaxing or they hang out with their friends. Cows are really social, which you guys have probably figured out because they've been even just these two today during the live chat have been having a lot of fun with us. But cows all have best friends similar to the way we do.
Hmm.
They have favorite stalls. So heaven forbid somebody's in your favorite stall. We have one cow who I always catch hovering over anybody who's sleeping in her favorite stall, and she just stands there and stares at them until the other one moves.
Gets
But it works for
boss
her, so
lady
why
of the
not?
farm.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. That sounds like an amazing life, right? They're working for like a half hour a day max, like
yeah.
right until they get up, walk, do what they got to do, come back. And the rest of the day they get to just eat, sleep, drink, rest. Yeah, that's definitely a pretty great life. I think that sounds like a good idea. We should maybe become cows, Farmer Stacey, and just live their life and have have
When I
someone
was a
else bring
kid,
the
I
food
told
for
my
us.
dad I wanted to be a cow when I grew up because I'm like, they have it pretty good. Um, And actually, one of my favorite parts, I know you're so itchy. One of my favorite parts of the year is coming up soon. So, all of you in Connecticut, well, you guys see how much the sun is shining. I know, so
Hmm.
itchy. the sun is shining today and the green is or the grass is coming getting green. So pretty soon our girls are going to go back out on pasture too, and that's
Oh.
just so fun because when they go outside for the first time for the year, once the mud goes away a little,
Mhm.
they get so excited, they run. They put their tails up
Oh.
over their backs and they're bucking and running, and it's just a lot of fun. A cow
Oh.
can run about 23 to 25 miles an hour maximum pace.
Wow.
They can't go that fast for very long, but
Sure.
for a few minutes, they can way outrun me. So if there's ever a foot race, the cow is going to win every
Yeah.
time against me.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm sure that's such a cool sight, right? When they all just like kick their heels up and start running through the field and they said, "Yay, it's time. It's time. It's finally warm enough."
Yeah, and pretty soon these girls they move down the pens in this barn,
Mhm.
and so the last pen they get to run in and out. It goes out into a field, and they get free access. They get our biggest heifers can
Oh,
go in and out when they want. And so when it's
nice.
hot out, they're in the barn relaxing, and then you know, when it's cooler, like,
Mhm.
closer to sunset, you see them all out in the field eating
Oh,
grass and just relaxing.
very nice. I love that. So we talked about the milking process. We're curious, how much milk can a cow produce in one day?
So they can produce about 7 to 9 gallons is how you guys think about it.
Mhm.
So if you've seen mom, dad, grandma, grandpa go to the grocery store and come back with the big jug of milk, think of
Mhm.
a Muska or Samantha's mom is making 7 of those a day. That's a lot of milk. I don't think any of us could drink 7 gallons of milk a day. So
Wow.
that's but it's good
Yeah.
for us because we like to drink milk.
Yeah, that's amazing that they produce that much milk. So, but yeah, it's right. There's only 1% of the world producing the food, and 99% of us, the rest of us, that need to eat. Plus, you need to eat. So, it's a good thing our girls make a lot of milk because there's a lot of people in this world that that need to get a lot of good nutrition in their diets. Awesome. Um, I know you've mentioned it, and I know some folks are aware, but some folks are just curious. Why is Muska itchy? Can we just talk about what are those spots we see them? And if we were just hoping you could explain it a little bit.
Yeah, so Musca has what we call ringworm. It's a skin fungus, and so it lives in the wood that you see in here. It may be in the metal. So
Sure.
when they itch on stuff, like you've seen her itching on me, they get it, and it's just this skin fungus. So we treat it. We work with a veterinarian.
Sure.
A lot of you are from Connecticut, so Tufts is our veterinary practice.
Hmm.
So they monitor it, and we know what's going on. It doesn't really bother her other than being itchy. And hers is actually getting much better now. It's going away, and now that she's had it once, she won't get it again.
Hmm.
But it's just like a rite of passage. So when I was a kid, we all got chicken pox, and the calves are getting ringworm, but it's Samantha's
Yeah.
cleared up pretty well, but Muska's got a little bit, and then until it fully goes away, it'll just keep being
Sure.
a little itchy.
Yeah.
Samantha,
Yeah.
leave Kylie alone.
Right, just like you said, it's something that's, normal, and we're treating it, and it'll be gone eventually in a couple weeks or so. Then she'll be all cleared up, and she'll be good to go. So she might just get a little ornery with her friends. So this is actually a great, right? Is this what we call playing? This is how cows
Yes.
play, correct?
This is playtime. Muska has been playing with me. I'm glad she's playing with Samantha now. Samantha's a little bit more her own size. So yeah, they're just playing. This is all in fun and games. They
Oh
they
goodness.
don't realize how strong they are. If any of your moms or grandpas or grandmas have told you you don't know how strong you are, neither do our girls here. But they play like this with each other, with their other friends. They've got a lot of friends. That group that you guys saw them with when in some of the pictures from previous months. Miska, Tater Tot, Skunky, they are all still here and they still play with them too.
Oh.
Miska is almost always with Muska, and Tater Tot is right there in the middle of the action whenever she can
Oh.
be. So
They are definitely at that fun, like high energy play stage. They are, oh my goodness, it's fun. I'm glad they're showing us what play looks like, because I think sometimes we're curious, do they play games? Like, are they pulling out like a card? Like, what does that look like for cows? So thank you ladies for showing us what that looks like. Cool. You mentioned a veterinarian. I just want to kind of circle back to that real quick as we're getting close to the end here. Um, obviously you rely on your veterinarian when you need them. I'm curious, but how do you know when you need to call a vet? Like how can you look at a cow and say, yeah, she's not feeling well, or yeah, she's doing well? What are some signs that you as a farmer look for?
Yeah, so we know all of our cows really well. We spend a lot of time with them, and just like your adults in your life as a kid know when you're not feeling well, or if for our teachers, you know when the people in your family aren't feeling well. We know the same thing with our cows. We can see it a little bit. So you've spent almost half an hour with us today, and you've seen pictures of Muska and Samantha throughout the last 7 months. So you
Hmm.
know when their eyes they look. Oh, Samantha wants to play with Kylie now. They look energetic. They look happy. You can see that in their face. You can see how expressive they are. They're playing with their friends. They're getting up to eat, doing all those things. If they start acting a little bit quieter, if they don't look quite as energetic, their eyes don't look as bright, we see that right away and we start tracking that
Gotcha.
and keeping an eye on them because it's really important to us that the cows are healthy and doing well. So we want to make sure that and we do herd checks every day. We're in all of our barns. Really. So we go
Hmm.
through twice a day, just doing walkthroughs, looking at everybody. Then we've got another group of people that are feeding them. So we have a lot of different people looking at them all day, and we all know what to look for, and we know what we want them to be looking healthy and happy.
Yeah.
And if they're not, we've got a maternity ward pen where cows go when they're going to have their babies. We've got another one where they can go so they're just not in with everybody else. So sometimes, if you don't feel good, you just want some time on the couch by yourself. The equivalent of the couch for them is a separate pen in our barn where they can just convalesce a little bit and feel better.
Wow, I love that. Yeah, right. I mean, you're with your cows all day, every day, so you know what to look for. And there's a plan in place that we're always watching to make sure they're happy and healthy, and plenty of eyes on them, and calling the vet if we ever need to. But we're glad to hear that Samantha and Muska are doing really well, and s- obviously very happy and playful, and living the good life. Awesome.
Yes.
I wanted to circle back around to one more thing. I know we challenged them to come up with how many football fields essentially for your space of your farm for 1,000 acres. So everyone kind of helped chime in here. So they said it's about 1.33 acres per football field, which means it's about 750 football fields, which then means for 1,000 acres, it's about 1.25 miles by 1.25 miles. So very big area. Thank you all. That was three different people who
Great math,
chimed in.
everyone.
Yeah, so I thank you so much. That was really appreciated. You can kind of get an idea of just how big the farm is with 1,000 acres. Awesome. Farmer Stacey, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. I do want to wrap up with one more question, and that's really, what's your why? We've talked a lot about how you start your day really early, and it gets to be a long day. You've got a lot of responsibilities and a lot of hats you're wearing. It can get tiring, I'm sure, but there's obviously a reason behind your passion and your why. So I'd love to know what that is.
Yeah, so I just love the animals. I love the farm. I love the land. This is a really special lifestyle. It's hard
Mm,
work. It's really hard work, and sometimes we're tired. But at the end of the day, it's very rewarding to be able to look and see the animals and they're doing well, they're healthy, they're happy, to be
yeah,
able to make milk for our community and to provide that. It's a really nutritious and it's delicious
yeah,
product for people. And to be able to share all of our love of farming and agriculture and the land
oh,
with the people in our community. That's just so important to me and the rest of my family. So, I mean, we love what we do, and that's why we keep working so hard and getting up early every day and doing the
right.
same thing or different thing and just keeping it all going.
Sure. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Farmer Stacy, for your dedication to providing a whole, healthy and wholesome product and taking such great care
I think I lost
of the land.
Brittany.
And oh, am I here? Do you have me again?
Oh, you're
There we
back.
go.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, thank you so much for being just great stewards of the land, and an amazing community member of your community for the last 10 generations, which is just incredible. Is there anything else that you wanted to share before we tune off today?
We just want to thank all of you for joining us this year. We loved being your Adopt-A-Calf farm, and we
Yeah.
appreciate all your questions, the cards that you've sent. Those of you that have sent drawings, they're great. We've got them up on the
Oh,
wall, and we're so glad that you
oh.
were able to be with Muska and Samantha this year. And we hope that you'll sign up for the Adopt-A-Calf program again next year.
What an amazing visit today. Thank you, Farmer Stacey, for opening your barn doors and letting us get to meet Muska and Samantha up close. And of course, to echo what Farmer Stacey said, thank you all for being part of this, our teachers, our classes, our students, libraries, assisted living centers, whoever you are that's joining us today. Thank you so much for spending time with us, asking such great questions, bringing so much excitement into that chat. I know there were many questions we didn't even get to. You guys are so awesome today. We hope you had fun learning about life on a farm and how your calves grew up this year. Don't forget, if you want to join this adventure again next year, registration opens on May 1st. You can go to discoverdairy.com/adopt and you can quickly re-enroll and get ready for next year. And we would really encourage you to invite a friend, bring them on into the fun, and we can share this excitement with everybody. From all of us at Discover Dairy and Mountain Dairy, thank you so much for spending the morning with us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep learning, keep exploring, and we hope to see you again soon.